Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer, your premier Jamaican radio show dedicated to unraveling the complexities of the U.S. immigration system. Hosted by me, Ashley Dawkins, a proud Jamaican national, alongside esteemed New York-based immigration attorney Brian Figueroa, who brings over a quarter century of specialized experience. Together, we explore the benevolent aspects of America's immigration laws. Tune in to Ask the Lawyer for insightful guidance through the intricate world of immigration.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. 27 years ago, this year will be 28 years, when I started practicing law in this great city, New York City. It's like a melting pot. It's mainly minority now. It used to be mainly white. And most of the people in New York City, praise God, are immigrants. They come from over 150 countries, yes. So many people, so many different countries. New York City is a great place to live in. Yes. And for all of those years, we have worked with immigrants, helping them change their status from obviously being undocumented to getting their green card, their citizenship, defending them in deportation proceedings or their family members, and helping other family members, come to the U.S., whether in the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America. And one of the issues that we have seen for many years is, I don't know why these white people like to give us this guilt trip about coming to America. White people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands have come to America. Yeah. They were lining up in front of the Statue of Liberty, coming here for political asylum, fleeing the Holocaust, for many, many different reasons, including obviously for economic reasons and uniting with families. So immigrants today are no different from immigrants of yesterday. The major difference is more people of color are coming to America. So people like KKK, Russian Trump, most of the Republicans in the U.S. Congress and the U.S. Senate do not like us. Not because we are immigrants, but because we are black immigrants, brown immigrants, in between those colors immigrants, Asian immigrants, Indian immigrants. And one of the areas that we contribute a lot to, besides obviously immigrants of families, is also business immigrants. Of all the Fortune 2000 companies that exist in the United States, and when we say Fortune 2000, we mean the top businesses in America, half of them are run by people who are naturalized citizens. Those are people who are U.S. citizens that were born in other countries. So when you hear the rhetoric, the hate of the Republicans on immigration, it is because they are demons. They are not children of God. Because even in the Bible it teaches that you should be kind to immigrants. So whether it be from an economic point of view, a Christian point of view, from being a civilized point of view, whatever it takes, my dear people, here and outside the United States, you have a right to be here. And that's what our law firm has done in terms of our representing people in immigration law for over a quarter of a century. Yes. We also started our own publication, the Immigrants Journal, which you could get at www.ijlef.org. Again, www.ijlef.org. You could get that link also at my law firm's website, Ask the Lawyer, at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. So, whether you want to come here as a visitor, a J visa, a H visa, a F visa, E2 treaty visa, EB5 investors visa, our law firm could work with you. Again, the number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. So whether you call us on the regular line, on WhatsApp, or through the internet to schedule your consultation, we suggest that you do so, because planning your arrival in the United States in those various categories is always the best path to take. You should obviously get information, understand what your legal rights can be or will be, what is the best path to becoming, first obviously getting your work permit or getting your green card or coming here through the various business categories. An informed client is our favorite client. We obviously, part of what we do over the years is to educate our clients. Again, you can make an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Or you could give us a call at 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. We hope to help you as we have helped many families throughout the world. Thank you.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figaro and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figaro and Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. We begin with, the Biden administration is contemplating measures to safeguard undocumented immigrants who are married to citizens. The Biden administration is exploring the possibility of shielding undocumented immigrants married to U.S. citizens from deportation and granting them access to work permits, as disclosed by two sources familiar with ongoing deliberations. Emphasizing that the plan is still under consideration and subject to change, the initiative, referred to as Parole in Place, aims to facilitate the process for certain undocumented immigrants to obtain a green card and a pathway to U.S. citizenship. According to one of the sources, lawmakers on Capitol Hill have been briefed on the proposal. These discussions coincide with calls from immigration advocates and Democratic legislators urging the administration to prioritize the protection of long-standing undocumented residents. Additionally, President Biden's efforts to court Latino voters in crucial swing states like Nevada and Arizona are factoring into the administration's considerations. Limited deportation flights allow certain nationalities to bypass Biden's extensive asylum restrictions. Due to a scarcity of deportation flights, certain nationalities are managing to circumvent President Biden's comprehensive asylum ban. This phenomenon has emerged as a loophole, enabling individuals from these countries to evade the sweeping restrictions on asylum imposed by the Biden administration. Border authorities have been instructed to prioritize the detention of migrants based on their ease of deportation, with a focus on those who can be swiftly removed from the country. This directive places emphasis on individuals from nationalities classified as hard to remove, necessitating a minimum of 5 days to obtain travel documents, followed by those categorized as very hard to remove, whose governments do not cooperate with U.S. deportation flights. USCIS relaxes security protocols for naturalized survivors of crime. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services declared on Wednesday, June 12, that individuals who have been victims of crime and have obtained U.S. citizenship will no longer face intensified confidentiality measures. This adjustment aims to simplify their process in seeking additional immigration benefits. Persons eligible for and recipients of survivor-based immigration relief, specifically Violence Against Women Act, VA, self-petitioners, and those seeking or with approved T and U non-immigrant status, are entitled to protections under 8 U.S.C. 1367. The confidentiality provisions were enacted to protect non-citizen victims from their abusers' use of the immigration system as a tool to further harm and control them and to limit disclosure of their requests for immigration protection. After a non-citizen victim becomes a U.S. citizen, their abuser no longer has the same means to use the immigration system against the victim. Continuing these safeguards after naturalization causes case processing delays and is more of a hardship than a protection mechanism. Meanwhile, in New York, City Council passes bills to survey migrants' health needs and work obstacles. The City Council passed 2 bills on Thursday, June 6, launching an economic and healthcare survey of migrants and asylum seekers under the city's care, which its sponsor says will help officials better understand and meet the needs of new arrivals. In February, Councilwoman Carlina Rivera introduced the legislation to anonymously survey immigrants. Intro 84A will gather information on skills, economic opportunities, and workforce development obstacles that migrants face, while Intro 85A will focus on their long-term health needs, including chronic conditions and healthcare access. As elected leadership, we must be more proactive in providing opportunities for people to transition out of the shelter system and into more permanent living situations, Rivera said at a press conference ahead of Thursday's vote on the bills. The surveys, she added, will lay the groundwork for a more effective humanitarian response going forward. In other news, federal authorities advise Fifth Circuit against accelerating parole lawsuit. The Biden administration has opposed a move by a coalition led by Texas to expedite its legal challenge to an immigration initiative benefiting Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans. In a filing to the Fifth Circuit, the administration argued that the states would not endure financial harm due to the program during the ongoing legal proceedings. Are more undocumented immigrants living in the U.S. now? Here's what the numbers say. According to a new report from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, about 11.0 million undocumented immigrants were living in the United States in 2022, a 4.6% increase from 2020. This is still a 5.2% drop from the recent high of 11.6 million in 2010. The report from the Office of Homeland Security Statistics further found a steady and significant decline in the number of undocumented immigrants originating from Mexico since 2010, as well as an increase in the average age of all undocumented immigrants. Crucially, nearly 80% of undocumented immigrants in 2022 have been in the country for more than a decade, emphasizing the lack of legal pathways for the long-term undocumented population. Lawsuit accuses Biden administration of violating U.S. asylum law with new border regulations. Immigrant advocacy organizations filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration on Wednesday in a federal court in Washington, D.C., alleging that a recent policy severely restricting asylum for migrants who enter the country between official entry points blatantly disregards established U.S. asylum law. They argue that this policy closely resembles unlawful asylum bans implemented during the Trump administration. CASA calls on President Biden to keep his promise to DACA recipients. With DACA's 12-year anniversary fast approaching on June 15, 2024, CASA issued the following statement, reflecting on the uncertainty that young people with this immigration status face. Immigrant activists call on President Biden to take administrative actions to provide relief and protection for immigrant youth, including DACA holders. CASA Executive Director Gustavo Torres said, "Revamping DACA as a policy signals a powerful message to not only DACA families but to humanity at large, showcasing the compassion and inclusiveness that our nation embodies. President Biden, you have the chance to support immigrants nationwide by enhancing, updating, and expanding DACA to genuinely serve its intended population humanely. The objective has never been to divide families or create anxiety for those seeking refuge in this country. Instead, it is to unite and prove your commitment to being a pro-immigrant leader who prioritizes keeping families and communities intact." And finally, Border Patrol's 100th anniversary offers chance to look back at its disturbing origins. The U.S. Border Patrol turned 100 years old on May 28. Its troubled origins and history form the backdrop for contemporary concerns about the agency, including impunity for abuses against migrants and citizens alike. The Border Patrol Centennial provides an opportunity to shed light on the agency's lack of accountability and to pursue a vision for border communities that is grounded in dignity and human rights. Thank you.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
The importance of paternity testing. The saying goes like this: Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. It is easy to know the biological mother of a child, but challenging to determine who the biological father is in some cases. Paternity testing happens to be more than about what TV shows portray to millions of viewers around the world each year. It is more than seeing a young woman cry because the paternity test revealed that the man she suspected of being her child's father is, in fact, not her child's father. It is more than viewing a man jumping up and down shouting, "I told you so," when the results are revealed and show that a particular man is not the father of the child. So, why paternity testing? In many cases, paternity testing is performed to provide a medical history for the paternal side of a child's genetic makeup. In other instances, paternity testing is done to give the parents peace of mind as to who the biological father of a child is. In still other cases, paternity testing is performed when the mother wants to prove that a particular individual really is not the biological father for whatever reasons. With court-ordered paternity testing, the tests are usually taken in order to obtain child support from the biological father for the child's welfare. Legal assistance. Regarding paternity testing in New York State, there must be compliance with the New York State Department of Health guidelines. It is important to know that all DNA relationship testing services performed within the state require one of the following: 1. A court order from a judge. 2. A prescription referral from a New York State licensed doctor. 3. A letter from a New York State licensed attorney. Have doubts? Have questions? Ask the lawyer. Call 855-768-8845. Again, that number is 855-768-8845.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. The United States of America, all 50 states. We have many immigrants coming across the border, obviously seeking asylum. Over 7,000 people from China. Over 100,000 from Latin America. And thousands from Africa. Most immigrants don't make that trip. In fact, most come here with a visitor's visa and other types of visa. That's the B1, B2, or the student visa, the F visas. And then, while in the U.S., they decide to stay here. Anytime you come to the U.S. and you overstay your time by 6 months, if you leave the U.S., you're subject to a 3-year bar. If you overstay your time by 1 year and you leave, you're subject to a 10-year bar. So although the U.S. is saying to you, obviously you shouldn't overstay your time in the U.S., once you come and you overstay, they actually don't want you to leave, because who will leave if they are subject to a 3 or 10-year bar and obviously would never be able to get a visa to re-enter the U.S. if they left the U.S. There are many reasons why people want to stay in the U.S. We have people obviously seeking political asylum. Some women, obviously, throughout the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, are staying here because they are avoiding domestic violence. Women's rights and other rights is well protected in the U.S. Most people obviously seek employment, and they believe that even working, as we say here, off the books, unknown to immigration or unknown to the various, employment agencies and other monitoring agencies here, those people working off the books, as I said, there's a high demand for those workers also. Why? Because there's a huge labor shortage in the U.S., and because both the Democrats and Republicans cannot agree on comprehensive immigration reform, the laws vis-a-vis facilitating these businesses and other shortages, those laws have not changed. In fact, the last amnesty that they had in the United States of America was January 1st, 1982. And the last immigration law that was passed that was helpful to immigrants here, which was hopefully trying to solve the labor situation, was December 21st, 2000. So what should one do? Well, anyone who wants to immigrate to the United States, they should plan. You could either consult with an attorney, a law firm like ours, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, before you come here to get the necessary advice that you need, or while in the U.S., you could call our office also. Many times, for whatever reasons, people trust their relatives, they trust, as we call them in the United States, notaries, people who didn't go to law school but practice immigration law illegally, and the advice that they get is obviously not always the best advice. As a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association since 1998, that's 25 years membership to that organization, and practicing immigration law, whether it be deportation defenses, helping people get their political asylum, cancellation of removal for green card, non-green card holders, or petitions for business people, EB-5, E-2, other visas. Our law firm has the type of experience that obviously our clients deserve. So are you planning to come in to the U.S. and stay here? Do you want to work in the U.S.? Do you want to visit a relative in the U.S.? Do you have a business and you want to have a branch of your business in the United States of America? These are some of the issues that we could discuss. The number to call, the number to keep for the law firm of Figueroa & Associates is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website for the law firm of Figueroa & Associates is www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. AskTheLawyer.us. Welcome to our show.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, ask the lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers. Schedule an appointment now at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Gun violence. Gun violence in America, in Jamaica, in TNT, in St. Lucia, throughout the Caribbean, also Africa. What are the consequences? Why do we have gun violence? And gun violence, obviously, is correlated to a lack of education, a lack of opportunity, and generational poverty. Some of the artists that we have, Vibes Cartel and others, they're doing time. And we have some, obviously, other talented people, not just in the music industry, but in other areas. And why this issue of gun violence is so prevalent. PDD and all the videos that he have, they say that, he killed Biggie Small and he killed our brother in California. Yeah, the other rapper. I like Biggie Small, Tupac. So, but Biggie is my favorite. And it was devastating to know that Diddy might have been involved in it. Well, yet to be proven. Again, one of the areas of practice that we have done here at the law firm is criminal law, civil rights. Obviously, we do personal injury as it relates to different areas of auto accidents and medical malpractice. So, and for those who were wrongfully incarcerated, we work with those people to get them, obviously, money for being in prison so long and they were innocent. But when you practice law and you meet with your clients and you hear their stories and you hear these stories over and over, you think, okay, well, if I was, a leader in politics, what would I do to change these issues in our community? So in Mexico, where there's a lot of drugs and gun violence, Mexico may have their first president that is a woman pretty soon. And in Mexico, this potential president in Mexico has to deal with these issues on a daily basis. And she understands that social issues, curing social issues, is one of the, obviously, parts that you have to take, but you also have to have a strong law enforcement agencies, a great and a judicial system that is fair and obviously to a certain degree they have to, see if we could, rehabilitate some of the people involved in gun violence, in drugs, etc., the ills of our communities. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. As an attorney, I know that, and I consider myself like a frontline attorney, a frontline person. Through our publications, we have tried our best and our nonprofits to make a difference in our communities. You cannot practice law in your community and not be concerned about the ills in your community. So our first publication in 1998 was the Immigrants Journal. That's a publication that is in English, French, and Spanish, and you could, visit those websites through our Ask the Lawyer website. Then our next publication was Caribbean American Weekly, followed by Workers' World Today, and our latest, within the last 2 years, New Black Voices. These publications have given us the opportunity, for example, where we interviewed various mayoral candidates in the last election for mayor in 2020. We met with Mayor Eric Adams, Maya, a black woman who was running for office, Garcia, a white woman running for that office, and several others who wanted to be the mayor of New York City. And it's kind of cool because you come to America as an immigrant, you have a successful law practice and other businesses, and how many people could say that these people came to your office to get your endorsements to be the mayor of New York City? That's a huge accomplishment. Let me tap myself on the back. Yeah. And that accomplishment meant that we could impact the people who are running for office so that they could understand or have ideas of how we cure the ills in our community. In New York City, Mayor Eric Adams has been a disappointment on many levels. And obviously, one of the big issues with him, obviously, is several investigations to how he raised money for his campaign to be the mayor of New York City. Additionally, his stance on immigrants coming to this country through the Mexican border wasn't the kind of attitude he should have had. Unfortunately, like white people, conservative ones, Republicans, he shared their sentiment. And, that was unfortunate. I believe that as an African American, a black man, he would be more understanding about the plight of immigrants coming to the United States of America. Because America has a history of what? Bringing white people here, not black, not brown, but white. They used to just walk in America. But now that most immigrants are people of color, they want to stop it. Because everyone knows the statistics, by 2050, the majority of people in America would be minorities added together. First, Asians, then Latinos, then blacks, making up 53% of the U.S. population. If you fact check that, you would see that I'm correct, and you could go to the U.S. Census Bureau on their website to get that information. Yeah, that's what lawyers do. They research, they thorough, they cite. So whether it be social issues, legal issues, we take pride in how we run our practice and how we deal with our clients, giving them the best advice possible, getting the facts from them and using those facts to come up with the proper legal questions and its solutions for our clients. And that's how all attorneys should operate, but they don't. That's why we say in our program, don't always get one opinion, get a second or a third. And free consultations is not necessarily the best consultation. It's, to me, free consultations is needed in more social issues as opposed to other more critical issues. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. If you're in tune with technology, as most people are, go to our website, www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You could schedule a consultation there. You could get links to our various publications and a whole host of information that could help you obviously make proper decisions. In recent times, I call him KKK Russian Trump, was convicted in New York City of 34 plus counts. I call him KKK Russian Trump, one, because historically the KKK is the people who want to destroy black people. I call him Russian because I believe he's an operative of the Russian government. For what reason? Maybe we will learn in the future. Remember, I'm in the news business also. And what is that going to mean to America? So I would say, obviously, immigrants will be treated terribly under his administration. The chances of war may be less since he's in bed with Putin. I don't know. And how about job opportunities? How about equal opportunities? A lot of the laws in America where black and brown and other minorities could be treated fairly, those rights have dwindled through the U.S. Supreme Court, where 6 Republicans hold office, including that black guy, Clarence Thomas, that doesn't seem to want to give equal rights to women and other minorities. So America is always, doing what they want, so to speak, where non-whites and women is concerned. Welcome to America. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Our website is www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. Oh, if you're running for office, give us a call, take a consultation, or you want to be interviewed by our publications or market your business on our publications, give us a call. Peace.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For for a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
It's Caribbean American Heritage Month, and the Caribbean Cultural Center African Diaspora Institute CCCAID has launched a new program, Crossroads. Joining us today, Senior Program Associate, Dr. Maricel Hernandez Romero. Welcome, so good to have you here with us.
Thank you for the invitation, for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So can you provide an overview of the Crossroads programs launched by the Caribbean Cultural Center African Diaspora Institute for Caribbean American Heritage Month?
So CADI, as we call the center, is in the process of expanding its impact, in the African diaspora. And 3 years ago, we started building up this program called Crossroads, which is focused on giving service and support to the Caribbean basin. So we've been 3 years cooking this program that I'm very proud of it, because it's not only based on our intuition, like this is what they need, but it is based actually in the needs of people that we interview. So we're building something that is going to serve directly the needs that people in the Caribbean has. So that's very important for us.
Yes, it is. So what are the key objectives, and how does it aim to celebrate and preserve Caribbean heritage?
So one of the things that we want to do with the Crossroads is creating this big network. We believe that the Caribbean is very powerful, and the Caribbean have more to offer than a vacation destination. So we want to focus on the Caribbean as an economic potential, potentially, and also a cultural hub, no? So we see the Caribbean as that. So what are we trying to do is creating this big network between Caribbean, not only in the island, but also in the continental Caribbean, to, I would say, elaborate ideas and put it into practice of how to create a sustainable Caribbean together without the intervention of any other countries.
So I noticed that there were 4 components, so to speak: empowering artists and cultural workers, Pan-Caribbean solidarity, holistic approach, and public program launch. Can you touch a bit on each of these, please?
Yeah. So for us, was very important. Well, based on the interview that we did, that it was not extensive, but it was very representative. We met with cultural producers, cultural viewers, and artists, and we asked them, "What do you need?" So they all mentioned well-being, and well-being more beyond the health, because obviously that's very important for us. But they were talking about social emotional support. They were talking about building capacity in terms of how to write a proposal, how to create an account, a bank account that they can save for their future. So we are tasking, our target is that the well-being of our people in the Caribbean and how we can support them to achieve that sustainability that we are looking for.
Okay, so as the Senior Program Associate at CCADI, what inspired the development of the Crossroads program?
So I have to say that this idea, I inherited this idea. The brain was our executive director, Melody Capote, but also Regina Bultron, which is a former staff of CADI consultant. And she has this idea during the pandemic, like if artists in the US continental are suffering, how are doing our Caribbean that has some limited resources? So how us, that we have the Caribbean in our name, can support and help them to strive in this situation, change this situation. So, and in Harry, I love that when Melody and Regina talk about it, I was like, yes, let's do this. This is amazing. It's
exciting.
It's ambitious, but why not? So why not?
Why not? So can you share with us, you mentioned it's ambitious. Can you share with us any specific challenges or opportunities that you encountered during the conceptualization and its implementation?
I think where to start was one of the problems. Like we're talking about well-being, and well-being is very broad concept. So where we start, and that's why where my colleague Jelimara Concepcion, she's a dance therapy specialist, I brought her to help me brainstorm ideas. And we decided that a very important, something that was repeated in the interview was the social emotional part. So we decided that we're gonna start supporting that aspect, the people, their emotions, the feelings, the mental health. And we are providing the first program that we are having is providing that support, telling them that they are not alone. We are a community, and we got you. We're here to support you.
Okay. So, you just mentioned supporting the community. How does Crossroads integrate cultural education and community engagement to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of Caribbean American heritage, the artists? And are there any notable initiatives or events within the program that would exemplify or highlight this approach?
Okay, so since we are in Puerto Rico and we understand that Puerto Rico has a very different reality from the rest of the Caribbean, no, due to their political status, so we created this advisory board, which members are from Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Colombia, Bahamas, St. Croix, San Martin, and they are the ones that have the connection with the community. So they are like the liaison between us and the community. They bring us what are the needs, the worries that they have or the achievement that they have, because we also applaud the achievement. No, it's not about needs always of achievement. And that exchange happened through those people, through our advisory board. So what they bring us out, the needs, the inquiries, bring it to all the information, and we develop and seek funds to support them. So basically, it's like this is how we implement the program.
Okay, so moving forward, in what ways do you envision the Crossroads program contributing to the broader discourse on cultural diversity and inclusion in the Caribbean community?
So I'm very ambitious. So one of my projections is in 5 years, we're gonna have like a small internal economy between islands and nations, exchanging goods between artists and cultural leaders. And we're gonna do this through creating programs, and that if we are offering like a healing retreat that is coming soon, we're gonna have a healing retreat. So we want to offer the like essential oil. So we're gonna ask who in Jamaica do this. So we're gonna buy to them. So we're gonna start creating our own economy with that intervention. So my vision is that we have like a very small economic autonomy, cultural autonomy and economy in 5 years. Like something is gonna be moving around, and we're gonna have the lead and the control of that.
Okay, so, and finally, how can one support Crossroads and get more information about the program?
Get involved. You can go to CCCADI page, cccadi.org, and there you can learn more about CADI, but also about Crossroads and other programs that we have. We also have a campaign, and if you want to donate, you can do that. Or also, if you have any service, you want to be part of the resources that we have, the facilitator, you can send us your information and we can put it in our database. So when we need you, we can contact you and collaborate with us in Crossroads.
All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Maricel Hernandez Romero, Senior Program Associate for CCCADI.
Yeah.
We look forward to having you back again. We wish you much success with the program. And as I mentioned, if we have you back again to share, how it has progressed and its success and development.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the time.
You're so very welcome.
Have a good one.
Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
This show is a production of IQ Inc. Marketing. If you would like to advertise your product or service on this show to the U.S. and Caribbean markets and through our multicultural publications in New York, please call 866-435-3286 or send an email to info@myiqinc.com.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.